Okay, so today I'm going to do another fast food review, and this is going to be the toaster strudel mixed berry with strawberry icing. And I don't think I've seen this before or had it before. In general, I don't have toaster strudels that much, or I haven't had them in a while. So what I do is my preparation technique for toaster strudels is a little bit noteworthy, is that like I do it on like level 2.5 to 3, depending on the toaster, right? So you don't do it too heavily, right, too hard, but then I like to soften it even more so that after I'm done toasting it once, I put it in the microwave for like 15, 20 seconds, right? And then it comes out real nice and soft. So that'll be after we put the icing, we'll do that. So we'll put it in the microwave for 20 seconds and then I'll try it. And what's funny with the icing is I always have this conceptualization too that I always question. Like, why do they give you one icing for each strudel? Because look how I put it. One of these packets is enough for both of them, effectively. I like to put a decent amount on both, and I'm even not doing it entirely correctly, but like, one of them, especially with the warming technique, then that spreads it out all the more, right? It feels like this is enough. The way I'm doing it doesn't look entirely convincing, but you can effectively get a good amount on both, right, with one packet of icing. So imagine if you use one for each, then that's way overkill. So now I did it for 20 seconds in the microwave, and now you see how nice and soft that comes out and how it even spreads out the icing and everything like that. So now we're going to look at it, try it in a second, and yeah, this is one funny quirk of the whole, how they give you one icing pack per strudel, which seems like way overkill because, again, look how covered it is, even though I kind of botched putting it on a little bit. Look at how beautifully it's put on, even with one. This is one packet of icing for two, right? So imagine you put one for one is way too much. So let's try it here. Again, you have the strawberry icing, you got the wild berry in the middle. It's pretty nice. I feel like maybe I've had this before a long time in the past, but it's not something that you see very often. And this could pass off as ASMR mukbang or something too, where if you can hear the sound of me chewing and stuff. It shows you like a lot of what I'm having in this format is in these reviews is something unhealthy, which it doesn't necessarily have to be. I'll just start trying health foods and stuff, but this is very, very, very interesting that, it's good to, just sort of try different things. And so when I do, I may as well just do this, right? It's kind of a good commentary on sort of content and creation, right? You might think, oh, it's egotistic. I would always make fun of this too. It's egotistical to show something mundane like this that you're doing, right? Why would anybody care or want to see this? On one hand, you're kind of appealing to the mass, lowest common denominator in the sense that, well, that people do value that because, a lot of big streamers or whatever, celebrities and stuff, people do care about the inane every little thing that they do, right? So the world isn't purely a meritocracy in that sense, where like, oh, you only care about an athlete or something that does something really impressive in the course of play. Like, no, even in those cases where it's somebody highly impressive, people care about things that they do that have nothing to do with that, like their personal life and things like that. And then beyond that, you have, so again, like everything is egotistical when people keep diaries, when people write books, when people, social interaction, even like who wants to hear about your day, it's all kind of insistence upon the self. So all of that is ego too. So somehow people look at it differently with this, in this sort of sense, but what if you do it just to do it? Like you don't want anything from it. You just have the experience and it just gives you like either like a little closure on the experience, a little more in-depth. It's kind of like a basic philosophy that like, everything you do, either if you're going to do something, you should really do it fully. And you should really, do something deeper and more with it than just a surface level. Right? If it's worth doing, then do it fully. If it's not worth doing, then don't do it at all. So if you're going to do this, okay, then analyze it and really, delve into it, immerse yourself fully, no matter what it is. right? Instead of kind of compartmentalizing and saying, oh no, I'm doing this less important thing, so I won't take it as seriously. But then you get split between 100 things like that, and you never fully immerse yourself in anything. So it's pretty good, the filling, and it is an interesting combination. The strawberry with the I don't know how to describe the wild berry exactly, but it's got a nice flavor. I'll give it probably solid 8 out of 10. A lot of the things I've reviewed, I've given pretty bad reviews. It feels like just they're sort of underwhelming. I guess the one thing I can't really show is me actually eating it, or that I don't want to show. See, that's me still trying to ward off cult of personality basis, even though to some extent, obviously, you could say this plays into the ego, but like I said, almost everything does. So that's the problem. The same people who would say, oh, yeah, like social media and stuff is narcissistic, would be socially interacting like, oh, how's your day, this and that, talking about the mundane experiences in their day and their narrow kind of own perception, right? So one, I guess just the fact that you're broadcasting one to more people, so it's kind of like an awareness fallacy that, oh, if you make people aware of something, that's bad. Not that what's happening is bad, but just making them aware of it, right? So it's like, oh, it's okay if you just don't think about it, and it's bad if you do. So the bad thing isn't what is being thought about, it's actually the act of thinking about it, right? So it's a basic fallacy that you're basically shooting the messenger. This one is actually satisfactory, though. This would be one of the first ones that really, I'm trying to describe it in more of a nuanced way. Like, strawberry is nice. It's not too cliche of a strawberry flavor, right? It has like a nice, subtle flavor to it. The wild berry isn't overly sweet. The combination is a good fit. It definitely feels like something you can have on a regular basis. But yeah, this is like a minimalist principle too. Like really savor every last aspect of it. Yeah, what if you do something just to do it? Like people would assume, oh, you must be doing it for money or attention or this or that. Like what if you don't care about any of that? It puts everything in a bad framing. What if you don't care about that, or it's got nothing to do with that? Right, that taints it. Just because some people might do that, or because you can possibly benefit like that, that doesn't have to be the intention with everything. I would say that's pretty good. I'm acting like I have to finish it on camera, but it is good. And I don't know if it's like a holiday seasonal thing or what the context exactly of it is, but it's definitely not something you see all the time. It doesn't really seem all that holiday themed though. It's just like a random flavor. Even if I had it before, it would have been a long, long time ago. But no, think about that from the social media angle. Like the same thing that you could do in your everyday life, you would consider that normal, right? Like you're talking to a friend or your family or whatever, coworker about mundane, whatever random thing. But then all of a sudden, if you talk about that online or with a stranger or in a video and more people see it, that makes it somehow more or less valuable, even though you're doing exactly the same thing. So it hurts both fallacies. Like, you shouldn't be afraid of that or think that's negative because you're doing the same exact thing. So if you find, oh, like that's cringy or something, to put it on social media, but then you also are still doing and valuing the same thing. It's almost like just being aware of it makes you uncomfortable, even though it's the same process. So wouldn't you rather be aware of it and then decide whether you want to do it or not, instead of relying on some sort of selective awareness or lack of awareness? Or like something is more, I don't know, it's just stupid. There's this clip of this girl like recording a video in her car, right? That's pretty famous, and like she's singing some song or dancing to it or something in her car. and she's doing it to the camera, and she intends to post it to social media for people to see. But then somebody is taping her from a different car, right, like across the road, and then laughing at her, and then she looks at them, notices them, and then she's embarrassed. So let me get this straight. You're recording yourself to be seen by other people for that purpose, and that doesn't embarrass you. But it does embarrass you to have somebody see you recording that same exact thing, right? In both cases, they're seeing the same thing. One of them is embarrassing, one of them isn't, right? So it's just not the same standard. It doesn't make sense. Why would that be embarrassing? You're doing it for that exact purpose. I think Renegade is the song that's playing, so you people know what clip I'm talking about.